From its inception in 1954 until 1972, Channel 2 carried the call letters WUSN. As an NBC affiliate, viewers got to know late-night television on our station as Steve Allen debuted The Tonight Show on September 27th of '54. In his opening monologue, Allen said, "This show is going to go on forever." 50 years later, still going strong. Same can be said for News 2 and some of our most prominent alumni.
Have you ever been sitting in a room with some people? And
you know him as Dan Moon, arguably the most popular talk radio host in the Low Country, but here at News 2, we consider him part of the family.
We had a big news crew. Golly dog, I think we had a grand total of 3 people. 3 people worked in the newsroom.
Moon served as news director at WUSN, and these days that's the station's equivalent to a head football coach. But back then, a news director had to multitask.
Everybody did double duty. As the news director, I not only was the news anchor, but I also went out on the streets and shot the news on 16mm black and white film, I might add.
For television stations, local news has always been the cornerstone by which public perception is based, and that creates some fierce competition. But back then, Dan said, that didn't happen. In fact, the stations operated as a media coalition.
We would all gather around at the Francis Marion Hotel down at Calhoun and King, and we would just go over, the news guys, go over what was happening that day. Because I couldn't be everywhere, and the guy at this other TV station, and they couldn't be everywhere. So we'd make deals. Hey, you go cover that, and I'll go cover this. And then we would share our video and our stories.
Dan left Channel 2 back in 1969 after getting some advice from the owner of a radio station here in town.
He called me one day and he said, "Dan, you do a pretty good job of that television thing, but you know, you really got a face for radio."
Good morning to you, Dan.
Well, who says you can't come home again? Some 35 years later, Dan Moon can be seen every morning here on News 2 Today, offering up a little bit of insight and even sharing a laugh with those who may not get to see the face behind the voice.
Turn your telephone into a microphone to the entire Low Country. I'm Dan Moon, right back after this.